Hello there, how you doing? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, we're going into a FIFA tier list. Now, you may say, but Vizeh, you've done this before already. Well, the reason why I'm doing another one is that it's been a full year, and not is there a new FIFA, but also, over time, I don't know why, maybe I'm different, but my opinion on other FIFAs changed. From when I look back in it with, like, the nostalgia, with the kind of, like, glasses on me, thinking, you know what, how good actually was it when I last played it? My opinions on different FIFAs changed based on time when I compare it to what we have nowadays in terms of, you know what, actually it wasn't as bad as I once thought, or actually that was complete trash. Give me your thoughts down below in the comments here. We've got ourselves here, of course, obviously it is on tier maker here. We've got FIFA 07 up to FIFA 22 here, so any before that, I do apologize. I'm not putting FIFA 98. I'm not putting FIFA 98 because, let's be honest here, most people that watches this goddamn video would not even be born to actually play it. Okay, I'm born in 98. My first ever FIFA was FIFA 03. For proof of that, there you go. This is the original case that I've had since I was literally 5, 6. Of course, my brother was the one that really played this. It was my brother that bought this game because I got two brothers, but Xbox and also PS2, and I had FIFA 03 and I've kept it ever since. So that's my first ever FIFA. Tell me what your first one ever was. And alongside that, tell me what is your most disliked FIFA and your most loved FIFA. If you're gonna pick one, do not give me like, oh, I like this one and this one and this. No, give me one. You're gonna pick one. Also, I kind of have two dogs. They got my main dog. But I'm also looking after another dog as well. So you may see another, like, brown one walk about. So don't worry, you're not seeing things. So, of course, shout out to today's sponsor. And let's get stuck in. Yo, do you play FIFA 22? Yeah. Is your team bang average? You absolute pathetic piece of... You're saying that to the viewers? No, obviously. Ah, okay. I mean you. Do you face teams like this? You can't keep getting away with it! Do you know there's a way to get coins? Why are you shouting at me? Then go to userbuy.com for the cheapest and most reliable place to buy your coins on FIFA 22. Link is down below in the description, and also use code Vizeh at checkout to get a discount. So, of course, I'm going to keep this as simple as I possibly can. I don't want to go into it too much. I don't want to waffle for too long. I got a, of course, team maker of GOAT, so... greatest of all time. There won't be that many in this one. It's GOAT, good, okay, don't care, and in the bin. So don't care is like a forgotten game, which a game that kind of just no one really thinks about too much. Prime example, FIFA 16. This is the prime example of, like, I just don't care, kind of forgotten FIFA that is perfectly... 16 really falls victim to the fact that it's perfectly between 15 and 17, where, like, 15 was the end of the golden era, as what most people perceive it, where it was the end of price ranges, and then 16, the only thing they dropped in there was like stadium backgrounds, and also the fact you got foot draft. 17, you had foot champions, you've got SBCs, you've got the journey. Like, so much happened from 17 and 15, because 15 is the one that everyone remembers for the fact there was price ranges ending, and that was when I thought that it felt like at the time that was FIFA at its probably most innocent, and 16 was kind of the waiting transitional period in between. So 16 wasn't really a bad FIFA, it was just like a FIFA. But when you talk to anyone about any FIFAs, you know, like, oh, what's your best FIFA? What's your favorite FIFA? What's like your best soundtrack? Christ, no one ever talks about 16. They just completely forget about it. So for me, 16 just kind of just don't care. Forgotten, really. Down. Let's go downward. You know what, man? I don't know why. There's something about FIFA 08 that sticks with me. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the menus of it. Maybe it's just the cover art. There's something about 08 that sticks with me. Maybe because, you know, when I was younger, I was playing on a PSP a lot. So, yeah, I love that PSP, man. I got it for Christmas. I was 10 years old. I loved that, man. So, maybe that's a big factor that for me in my own personal childhood, I've got a connection to FIFA 08 more than I do 7 or 09. You know what? I'll put 7 in good, mainly because career mode, bro. If you forgot how good career mode used to be, damn, man. FIFA 07 career mode, I think there's a video actually on YouTube now of FIFA 07. Man, it was better of a career mode experience than what we get nowadays. You know, ignore gameplay. In terms of actual features and things you could change in the menus, in terms of facilities and staff, and just an all-around progressive experience, and to make your experience different to mine or yours, 07 was unreal. There's an entire video on YouTube, I believe, by a guy, I don't want to say a name because I don't want to get it wrong, but it's on YouTube, man. Go check it out. FIFA 07 better than FIFA, I think, 21 career mode. It's unreal, man. So 07, 08. 08 is my own kind of personal nostalgia. I don't know why. I just have much more towards 08 than 07. But 07 career mode, oh, I love that, man. Let's go into the recent years. Okay. This is going to really piss off people, isn't it? Is it going to piss off people? FIFA 19. For me, FIFA 19 depends how you see it. For me, I look back on 19 with relatively fond memories. I look back on 19 with fond memories. Over the last few years, at first I thought it was an absolute dumpster fire. You can go back and videos of me just kind of shitting on it. But you know what, man? Over time, it was the last FIFA, bar maybe 20, that I've really kind of like enjoyed playing, wanted to grind, enjoyed that progressive system of the Ultimate Team. I played a bit of career mode, not as much as I used to, but I enjoyed a bit of career mode. Pro clubs as well. Played a lot of pro clubs that year. This was the last FIFA of Ultimate Team with FUT Champs that I really, really got into. And I enjoyed, even with all the gameplay problems, with all the mechanics that was absolutely broken in OP. There was something weird that made it fun. And I can't really explain it. Like, something about the gameplay made it felt like, yes, it's completely broken, but at least everything is broken, that it's somewhat even. In a really broken way. Again, I always compare to Modern Warfare 2 that it's like the most broken FIFA of all time. However, because it's so broken, it makes it almost fun to play the game because there's so much going on. For some reason, I've just realized there's no FIFA 20. Like, FIFA 20 just isn't in here for some reason. So I think that kind of explains a lot about FIFA 20 when you look back. I think that says a lot about 20. So what's in okay? Well, for me, FIFA 18 falls in the it's in the okay. I have much more memories of me playing 19 and enjoying 19 than I do playing 18. For me, 18 was just kind of like, I don't know, there was something about it that I never personally clicked with. Maybe it was the second year of having 40 games a week in League that was a bit jarring for me. I didn't play it as much as I really should have because fact of the matter is I was just always away and watching Burnley games and that compared to 19. I was always traveling from Newcastle all the time, so I didn't really get into the weekend league cycles I really should have. And for 18, for me, like, this was the FIFA that made me kind of blow up on the website. You know, this was my first like real big FIFA for me and my own personal channel. The Dean Money stuff was great. For me, I don't really have any bad memories to it, but like when I look back at it now, compared to other FIFAs, I just think that it kind of goes more into like, it's okay, it's an okay FIFA for me. I don't really have too much of a problem with it. 21. 21, man. Again, depends how you see it. If you're a very high content type of guy, then 22, 21, even 20 could be great games for you. You may love the fact that, you know, it's largely just the fact that it is a card collection game. Like, if I gotta put one FIFA here in the bin, like, what FIFA would it be? Because I actually didn't mind 19. I actually liked it. I like 19. Now, the games were broken, but I remember having great enjoyment in that game. So that's why, for me, I personally have it in good. 21, I kind of got into it, like, near the end, but, like, I took a massive break for, like, the entirety of the year. And if I gotta put one of these games in the bin, it's gotta be 21 for me, man. Like, this was a FIFA that I spent the least time playing. Like, the least time playing was 21. So, for me and my own personal enjoyment, it's gonna be 21. And then there's the old ones like FIFA 09. Again, like, with these kind of FIFAs, I don't really have much memory of 09. So, like, 09... I put 09 in, like, don't care. Then I put FIFA 10 in okay. For me, 09, I've got zero memory of it. Like, at least 10 I got some memory of it, like, a little bit. But 9, nah, man, there's something off with that game that I just didn't really connect with. Maybe some of you disagree because you may have, like, an actual, like, memory of this game, but I just don't. I can't really remember anything about it. I can't even think of the menus about this game, which is odd. Is this the... I think it is the one which had that EA HD thing about it. I think that was a thing. Alright, so down to the final 7. Technically 8. So where would I put FIFA? I'll leave 20 to the end. I can like Photoshop it in. 11. 11 is kind of like the game that everyone kind of forgets about because everyone thinks of 12, 13, 14, 15. And people don't really give their flowers to 11 as much. Like, this was, like, the first FIFA that really got, like, Ultimate Team going, but it still had a lot to do for, like, career mode. So, 11 has a good place in a lot of people's hearts. For me, 11, I didn't play 11 as much. I didn't play 11 as much, in my opinion. So, for me, I've put it in. I've put it in okay. 12, it's in good for me. It's, like, a high and a good because this was my first proper, like, FIFA that I got into. On Ultimate Team, I got really into 12. And I smashed out head-to-head seasons. I spent late nights just playing this game. And my main thing is I want to put it in GOAT. However, I don't have too much in GOAT. And I just don't. I don't want to put too much in GOAT here. But I will put one in GOAT here, which I will say may surprise you. 17. FIFA 17 is a GOAT FIFA. If you disagree, then you are incorrect. I'm sorry. Just think about it. For me, 17 is the most perfect FIFA. Every single aspect of the game got a big, massive change and increase and improvement onto it. From career mode, everything was massive for that. And also just the kind of all-round vibe of the game. It had a brand new game mode, journey. So there's a journey. There's also SBCs, there's FUT Champions, just FUT Champions and SBCs alone has completely changed the game. For some people, it could be for the worst if you're a more career mode player, but for me, 17, FUT Champs, SBCs, it changed the game completely. And this is such a huge FIFA to look back on. Gameplay-wise, I think it's one of the best gameplay experiences we've had in terms of a skill gap. For me, this is one of the highest skill gap games, because 19 isn't really a high skill gap game, but it was an enjoyable game for me, if that makes any sense. So that's why I put it there. And then, of course, there's the main three, 13, 14, 15. So if I gotta pick only 2 of these 3 to be in GOAT, I will go with 14 GOAT. Has to be 14 GOAT. Has to be. And then I don't know, 15 or 13. Which one do I have the best memories of? And when I think about it, I have more memories of 15. So 13 has to be. For me, this is for the game that I put the most time into. I didn't even put that much time into 17, but I can look back at it and realize how big that was and how much that changed the landscape of the game. So for me, 17, I think, has to be put down in GOAT because of how much it changed and how much they experimented on that game, and I respect them massively for that. 15 and 14 was the games that I really got into YouTube. Wages, pink slips, wages and pink. I made so much money. If you knew me from it'd be almost a decade ago now, but I was like the Twitter wager guy. I was there every single day wagering people non-stop, bro. So I have great memories of playing 15 and 14, 15 probably more for wagers, and just loving just playing the game, and even though it was hard to get like that insane team, and there's it's really hard to get that insane team, there's something beautiful about the progression system that it didn't really matter, that you could just use wacky players, make brand new teams of us normal 10k 15k teams and still have fun. And I think that part, and by the way, that's still true on 13. I love 13, bro. Like 13 I love very, very much. But I think for me, because my YouTube past and how much I played 15 and 14 for my YouTube videos for wages and pink slips, 13, I think for me 13 is definitely above 12. 08, 7, 19. 19 is just only in good, just because when I think about it, that's the last FIFA that I properly really played. And then 22 down here, and 20 are photo shopping as well. So for 22, I'll be honest, man, for this year, do I think that it's better than 21? I don't know. I really don't know. For me, 21 and 22 just feels like the same game now. At first, it didn't. 22 at the start of the game felt much more realistic, a lot more slower, passing, dribbling felt a lot more, there's much more weight to it, there's much more thought process behind it. I see 21 in a very similar way to I see 22. For me, these two just feel like the same game, the same kind of experience. I feel like it's recency bias, but when I look back on it, I kind of just don't care it. I don't think it's in the bin. I just kind of just don't care. And then 20, I put 20 and just don't care as well. When I think about these 2 games or these 3 games, maybe it's because I'm getting older, but I just nothing these games in the same way that I used to. If it's nostalgia, you can call it nostalgia, but when I play 22, I just laugh. I just not even take it serious anymore. I can't put myself through a weekend league of 22 and just not laugh every 2 minutes while I'm playing a game of just what am I even witnessing. It's just so overdone, but I guess you kind of have to because no one actually plays the game. If no one actually plays the game for the gameplay, then what's the point of the game? You know what I mean? What's the point of having all these cool cards and whatever else when you don't even play the game? Right now, I just kind of just don't care. 22, because I've generally played 22 debatably least to 21, I think, actually. Yeah, man, that's just how I stand right now, honestly. Like, when I think about these games, like, where in my mind would I rank them? That's what I rank them, man. Like, 18, I just didn't really vibe with all that much. I really didn't. And then, yeah, like, GOAT, if I got to pick 3, that's what I'm picking. That's what I'm picking, man. Tell me your thoughts down below in the comments. I'll see you guys next time for another video, and stay safe.